The myth of Joe Biden's working class support. Editors note the opinions in this article are the authors, as published by our content partner, and do not necessarily represent the views of MSN or Microsoft. People always talk about Joe Biden's special connection to the white working class, those vaunted lost voters throughout the industrial Midwest, whom Democrats are desperate to get back if they want the White House again. No one has any proof that this connection gets anyone to vote for Biden, or vote at all. The idea that he can win white working class votes is part of every calculation about Biden's likely 2020 run, in public and among his inner circle. It has become automatic. So is he the working class juggernaut, ready to roll over the 2020 field of candidates on the backs of union members and people scraping to get by? Maybe. Just go back to that August day in 2016 when, after endorsing Hillary Clinton in Scranton, Pennsylvania, he took her to the house he grew up in to show her the kitchen where his grandfather used to sit and stress about finances. He was soon bounding. Or last year, when Abby Finkenauer's congressional campaign persuaded him to make a trip to Iowa, despite his attempts to avoid stoking presidential speculation by appearing in the state. Finkenauer or maybe the idea that he's a magnet for white working class votes is yet another bit of conventional political wisdom that's about to be blown apart. Beyond two previous, we strongly believed that he would be a help in the industrial Midwest, and we used him there a lot, said David Axelrod, the top Obama advisor who helped bring Biden onto the ticket in 2008. Whether he was watching him campaign, it does strike me that he could campaign in all 88 Ohio counties and break through with people, said Ohio's Democratic Party chairman, David Pepper. He added, while Biden is a tighter demographic fit for the white working class voters whom the Democrats want to win back, the last Democrat to comfortably win the Iowa caucuses and go on to win Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania in a general election was a half Kenyan, half Kansan from Chicago by way of Hawaii. Biden certainly wanted to believe on Tuesday morning that he was reaching people in their guts, looking out from the stage in the basement of a Capitol Hill hotel at the International Association of Firefighters Union Convention, which has essentially pre-endorsed him, handing out free firefighters forbidden t-shirts to members after the speech. It was a crowd full. I appreciate the energy when I came up here. Save it a little long. He's enjoying his coquettishness, answering questions with a smile and a wave, or a little comment while taking selfies in the crowd after and saying, "Well, announce that pretty soon." The union's president, Schaetberger, said Biden absolutely delivered votes for the ticket in 2008 UA campaign in which Jim Messina, an aide on Obama's 2008 campaign and his 2012 campaign manager, called Biden a crucial touchstone for these white, working-class voters in assuring them Obama was on their side and shared their values. Pressed to identify where those votes were, Schaetberger said, "It's not like physically where they were. It's like who were they? I've just watched him and this for so long, and maybe it's my own personal bias. I've seen this." Phil Russo, a Biden spokesman who was at his side backstage and working the crowd at the firefighters event, said he doesn't see the support as a question. Joe Biden has fought and will fight for policies that treat working people with the respect and dignity they deserve, and they in turn support him, Russo said. He believes there is. John Anzalone, a pollster who has been advising Biden on a 2020 run, pointed to a Harvard-Harris poll from last month that showed that 3/4 of people who said they'd support Biden don't have a college education, and that he's winning 42% of non-college educated voters as opposed to the closest runner-up, Bernie Sanders, who had 22%. Likewise, there's no way to actually measure whether Biden has moved or motivated voters in the past, but Anzalone said he feels that the polls are a strong indication that he did. Biden has consistently had comfortable leads with non-college voters in public polls because he has a real connection with them, he said. They think he is both. One former 2016 Clinton operative remembered Biden's numbers in Pennsylvania as being supernaturally high, and above anyone else's in other battleground states as well. Of course, clearly that didn't translate. But I don't think there is credence to the theory that were he the nominee that he could close off the industrial Midwest in a way that perhaps some others couldn't. The challenge is you have
raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.